A few eye-opening numbers to shed light on a problem all of us so desperately want to solve. The CDC reports suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in this country. It kills nearly 45,000 people every year, 123 people every day. Now break that down a bit more and you'll learn one person dies by suicide every 12 minutes. Now, just like the drug epidemic, there are so many groups working to put a stop to suicide and trying to let people know that even when they feel like there's no way out of whatever they're battling, help is available. Debbie Jackson is the executive director of Channel Marker. Program director Kathy Castle also joins us. Thank you both for being here this afternoon. You know, suicide can be hard for a lot of people to comprehend. It stems from depression, right?
Yes, a lot of people that are in that situation definitely have depression, and there's a lot of life situations that play into it too. I think that you know, a lot of people, when they have tried that act or they've successfully committed that act, all of us sit back and say, why? What happened? What was going on? And I think we don't always know all the factors that go into it, and that's why I think it's so important to talk about it, to start talking about it.
And you know, you talk about how you don't know that somebody is suffering inside, and a good example of some of these high-profile actors and performers who have died by suicide.
Yes, and you know, people do a good job of hiding their pain and feel like they can't acknowledge their pain, or they're not worthy of describing their pain. You know, we live in a very interesting world right now. It's complicated. There's a lot of social media. You know, you want to be like that guy on social media that's got the perfect life, and you know, there's a lot of stressors for people, and how do we just kind of get there? And there's a lot of loneliness. Debbie and I talk about that. You know, I don't mean necessarily you're alone in your house, but that people literally feel lonely and they don't know where they fit in.
Right.
And really they fit in everywhere.
Now, Channel Marker is bringing in Kevin Hines to share his story of hope. Tell us about him.
So we're really excited about Kevin Hines. He's a gentleman that we've had the pleasure of meeting, and we've heard his talk. His story is in the year 2000, he jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge at the age of 19, and he survived that fall, a second fall at 75 miles per hour. And he's literally a walking miracle. He's got a great story. He has a long life of suffering with bipolar disorder, and he had his biological parents had substance use disorder, and he was adopted by the Hines family, who were very supportive and got him into all the, you know, wrestling and acting and therapy, but yet the urge to end his life was very strong. And you know, he tells his story. He's of 1% of people who survive that. Of 5 people surviving that can actually walk. A sea lion circled underneath of him to keep him to the surface until the Coast Guard got him. It's an amazing story. But when you hear him, I think what hit me the most, and it's taken us a couple years to get him locally, but we knew he's our guy. We need him for this community, because it's not like, oh, I'm going to this sad topic. When you leave there, you just feel motivated, upbeat. He talks about hope, resiliency, how to help other people. He encourages people to talk about their pain, find their support systems, and we just think it's what our community needs.
And Debbie, you were saying that oftentimes, you know, when high-profile people die by suicide, he's usually the one who's brought in to talk shows to talk about.
He is. With the suicides last summer of Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, Kevin was the one who was making the rounds on the morning talk shows and talking about suicide, and also his own goal to have safety nets put on the sides of the Golden Gate Bridge. And that's been a long dream that he's had as well, to help prevent.
Now you're going to have a couple sessions with Kevin Hines. One is for professionals and one is for the general public.
That's right. It's basically going to be a community town hall for our for professionals, the first responders, educators, mental health professionals, and it's going to be held at the Todd Performing Arts Center at Chesapeake College on Thursday, September the 19th from 1:30 to 3:30. And professionals can get continuing education credits for that, if they sign up in advance. And we'll also have the opportunity to meet and greet Kevin. And then in the evening, it's a free public event also held at the Todd Performing Arts Center at Chesapeake College from 6:30 to 8. And we will also have a panel discussion after Kevin basically tells his story. And so we really feel like it's the opportunity to, as Kathy said, open up the conversations about suicide. And that I think one of the things that's really sticks out for me is, he has several different taglines, but one of his is "Be here tomorrow." And it's really a lot about just being kind and looking out for your fellow man. And if you see someone in trouble, reach out.
Ask somebody how they're doing.
Ask somebody how they're doing. It's very easy. And this is a free event, as you mentioned. So,
and it's I should say this: the audience is appropriate for ages 10 and up.
Oh.
It is a free event, and the evening session is called the Kevin Hines story, where he will tell his actual life story.
Thank you so much. It sounds like a great event. Debbie Jackson and Kathy Castle with Channel Marker, thank you.
Thank you so much.